Well, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, future champions, right? My colleagues from the media, my colleagues from the cricketing fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. Just walking in here made my heart beat at the rate of knots. And I say that because what I expected and what I saw was mind-boggling. I mean, we've seen enough facilities in India, we've seen enough facilities around the world. Means I've traveled the nook and corner of this country, length, breadth. And when you see something like this, which is just 70% done, and what it can be 6 months from now, this will be a top-class facility. And that was the endeavor of Coaching Beyond. Because we wanted to lay our hands on only things that demanded quality. So when you're attached to an academy like the Omega International School, this facility has to be international and it has to be quality. Because when you have that kind of facility, then you produce quality. You know, there's no messing around, there are no shortcuts. People who come here should enjoy themselves. Take it seriously, because the people who will be in charge of teaching you are guys who know a little bit of cricket, who've played it, who've traveled, who've coached, and who've had the experience of dealing with people of all ages. Coaching Beyond was something that, as Arun said, came to our mind about 2 years ago. I mean, we were 5 years in the job as with the Indian team. We traveled around the globe. We saw facilities in different countries, and we saw what were the opportunities given to young kids as opposed to our kids to grow and play the game. And it struck a very serious chord in the head that said, let's get, once we're out of here, let's get back and contribute at grassroots level and try and produce future champions. Try and inspire people to take the game, enjoy the game, play it the way it should be as a sport, but yet at the same time get those competitive juices going to a level where you want to be one of the best in the business. So it started with Hyderabad, and Sridhar put up an outstanding facility there. You know, thanks to Manoj and the academy there. And when you come here, and when you have an international facility like Omega, I mean, we heard what the school provides to its students. In fact, you have got every corner covered when it comes to every other faculty, when it comes to education. So it's a challenge for us to make this facility also world class, like some of your other facilities. And I think the opportunity should be given. There's a massive void. I know we are a country that worships cricketers. We are 1.4 billion people, you know, that love the sport. But having said that, you know, I feel the opportunities given to youngsters still can grow vastly and immensely. Now, this is where, when I say an international facility, it doesn't have to be a boy just from Tamil Nadu. A boy, this could be a facility from where a player from any corner of India can come. Not just from India, from overseas as well, and practice his trade. We are open, we are teachers. We want to spread the knowledge. We don't want to keep the knowledge to ourselves. We want to spread it. And we want to see you grow into future champions. Because I've always believed that, even when I was on one call with Sri Kamlesh ji, it was a Zoom call, And the endeavor was just that. It was not just talk, it is walk the talk. And that is what we will try and do with that facility. To Arun, what he's produced here is magic. He has the skill, we all know it, the kind of curator he can be and what he can do. But, when you see the kind of monsoons we've had, the kind of rains we've had over the last 5-6 months, to still get this going the way it is. And I say this is just 70% done. I know his attention to detail, I know he's a perfectionist, and I can see this just going places. I think the most interesting thing here will be not just coaching the grassroots level cricketers, but it's our endeavor to coach coaches who in the long run will be able to coach the grassroots level people. And they will be given that exposure in front of our own eyes so that they don't fall short in any form. Because when you look around the country, the number of coaches that you have, I would say decent, half decent, would be about 150 or 200. I'm being blatant, I'm being honest. The demand is 500,000. So the opportunity is there for us to spread the word around, open the gates for people to come from any part of the world, any part of the country, to come and learn their trade. And we'll take it seriously. We don't touch things if we don't take it seriously. Just like we did our job with the Indian cricket team. We didn't mess around. When we took up the job, the endeavor was to make it the #1 team in the world. That we did. But where they surprised me, the boys, was to last as long as they did at #1 for 4 or 5 years, which to play with that kind of intensity and stay there was magical. So thank you once again, everyone here, for coming behind us, supporting us, the Omega School and all the dignitaries present here in particular, for giving us an opportunity to showcase what we are worth and take not just this facility, but also the level of cricket and the cricketers that are produced and coaches to a totally different level. Thank you all.
Harish B, grade 11. Kiran Kartikeyan, grade 11. KCA under 9.
Anjan Sairaj of grade 10. Sriram of grade 9. Gaurav Ravindran of grade 10. Ved Shiva Venkata Subramanian of grade 10. Arjun S of grade 10. Rajat Rangarajan of grade 9. Hriday Tapasvi of grade 10. Jay Simha of grade 10.
inter-school competition.
One thing skipped my mind. This facility will be for boys and girls. Okay, this was in Hyderabad. We've seen the interest there, and you will see the interest here because I think the fastest movement around the world is happening now in women's cricket. You know, I was in England covering the hundreds, seen the interest it generates. The IPL will start for women very soon, and the way our women are playing, they're that far away from cracking it really big in a world event. That far away because they're that good. So we want some women as well.
In the morning, heavily today. And you can see the skies are holding up the rain. So, thank you, sir.
At the moment, whatever research is done in elite sport, most of the research is done on male athletes. So, even the research which is done on the female athlete are elite female athletes who are extremely fit. So, there is no conducive research yet in terms of how to coach a female Indian cricketer. But we apply our scientific knowledge to coaching, and the technique is the same. It doesn't change. The technique doesn't change, but the way you apply it, there could be a slight variation.
Physiological change.
Yes, exactly. That is something which, of course, as a coaching group, we have to adapt. That is exactly what goes into a lot of time when we coach the male athletes and female.
There will be a lot of interdisciplinary discussions. That's why we have a physio, a strength and conditioning expert. So a lot of discussions would be done amongst us to derive at the right methodology of coaching.
Yes, sir. What a loss to not have Bumrah in the Indian cricket team in World Cup.
Sorry?
What a loss to not have Bumrah in Indian team.
Unfortunate. There's so much cricket being played. People can get injured. He's injured. But it's an opportunity for somebody else. Nothing you can do with injury.
Paper?
Yeah, so to the coaches, so obviously we've seen enough T20 games leading into the World Cup. How do you see the team shaping up, and what are the chances, especially in light of missing Bumrah and someone in the death especially?
Yeah, I think we've got enough strengths. We're a good team, and I've always believed if you make it to the semi-finals, it could be anyone's tournament. So the endeavour would be to start well, get to the semis, and then you've got enough strengths there to, probably win the cup, for all you know. Because with Bumrah not being there, Jadeja not being there, it hampers the side, but it's an opportunity, to unearth a new champion.
சார் நீங்கள் இருந்த காலத்துக்கும் இப்போ இருக்கிற கிரிக்கெட் வந்து எந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது?
He wants to know कब आप खेलते थे और
What's the difference between?
What is the difference?
The game is the same, nothing has changed, but as opposed to our era, I would say the game's got a lot faster because of the emphasis on white ball cricket, the extra format that's come into the game, T20. So I think most of the skills are the same, but definite improvement in fielding, running between the wickets, and of course the audacity to play different shots. But that's because of the opportunities you get in the white ball game. But otherwise, skill sets, skill factors, all the same.
So what do you think Dinesh Karthik role in the World Cup, coming World Cup?
Batting at number 6. Role.
Great finisher or?
He knows his role. He's number 6. He's senior player.
சார் சச்சினுக்கு அப்புறம் தோனி வந்து இப்போ வந்து இந்தியாவிலேயே வந்து பாராட்டப்படுறாரு. இது எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க?
Sir, after Sachin, Dhoni is the next superstar. How do you look at it?
Who?
Dhoni.
How do you
தோனிக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த இடத்த யார் பிடிப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
No, you become a superstar on your achievements. And he's won 3 World Cups, 2 World Cups, as a captain. And the way he conducted himself right through his career, all goes in making of a superstar. So like Sachin played for 24 years and did what he did, same with Dhoni.
எல்லா ஏராலையும் ஒரு சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் வருவாங்க. அப்போது கவாஸ்கர் இருந்தார், கபில் தேவ் இருந்தாங்க. அது இல்லாத போது அப்புறம் சச்சின் வந்தார், ஷேவாக் வந்தாங்க. அப்புறம் திருப்பி தோனி, விராட் கோலி. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி வந்துகிட்டே இருப்பாங்க, ஒருத்தர் விட்டால் ஒருத்தர் வந்துகிட்டே இருப்பாங்க சூப்பர் ஸ்டார்ஸ்.
சார், மகளிர் கிரிக்கெட் வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு தமிழ்நாட்டில் இப்போ வளர்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருக்கு? இப்போ நடந்த நிகழ்ச்சி கூட லேடிஸ் யாருமே இல்லை, லேடி பிளேயர்ஸ் யாருமே இல்லை,
2 பேரும்
இருந்தாங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு பெரும்பான்மையா எல்லாமே ஆண்கள் தான் இருந்தாங்க. இப்போ தமிழகத்துல உமன்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட்டோட வளர்ச்சி எப்படி இருக்கு? இல்லை
எக்கச்சக்கமாக இருக்குது வளர்ச்சி. இப்போ நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தமிழகத்திலே 300 விமன் கிரிக்கெட்டர் வந்து தமிழ்நாடு செலெக்ஷனுக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க. முன்னாடி 30 வந்தால் பெரிய விஷயம், இன்றைக்கி 300 கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ் வந்திருக்காங்க. ஸோ நம்ம இந்தியன் டீம், விமென்ஸ் டீம் ரொம்ப நல்லா செய்கிறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது லாட் ஆஃப் விமென் அவங்க இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகிட்டு தே டேக் அப் த கேம். நாங்களும் ரொம்ப முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க போகிறோம் விமென்ஸ் கிரிக்கெட்டுக்கு. ஸோ இங்கே நீங்கள் இப்போ 2 தான் பார்த்தீங்க, பட் பெரும்பாலும் நீங்கள் நிறைய விமென் கிரிக்கெட்டர் இங்கே வந்து நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம்.
I mean, there has been a lot of emphasis on in the previous era about playing red ball cricket, like playing shots on the ground and stuff. But with T20 and more local leagues coming up, even the parents tend to put their kids into T20 format, right, directly. Like in terms of that, like do parents come to you specifically for like T20 players as well coaching, especially with playing shots and stuff?
No, that will be there because it starts very early for them. So no cricketer, no kid who takes the game today will just focus on red ball cricket. He will keep an eye on T20 cricket because that much is happening for you to see on television or see at a venue. So obviously he will, without you telling them, they would have been practicing those shots. Whether it's on a street or in a gully, whatever. So when they come to you, it's your job to enhance those skills, and then let them get the right balance of how to play red ball and how to play white ball.
Shami is working his way from COVID. Like he's someone who's done excellently in other formats in Australia as well. So what do you feel could be his strengths if he's sort of in Australia for the World Cup as well?
Precisely what you said. India has been there a lot in the last 6 years, and he's been an integral part of all those tours. So that experience counts.
And also like you spoke about like women's cricket like going big, and sort of there are talks about an IPL coming up, and there is enough talent as well. They played the various series and fabric, even the T20 series before that. So how much of a boost would it sort of give women's cricket? It's already growing up.
Fabulous. I said that far away from winning something big. You see what happened with the men's cricket team when they won the World Cup in '83. So if the women win a World Cup, the interest that will be generated will be unbelievable. And when I see, the more and more I see of the Indian women playing, I think with the exposure they've got, they're far more self-confident, there's far more self-belief that they can actually go the distance.
And actually, if you look at the number of coaches who have been through us in the last 4 months, 20% of them are women. 25 out of 120, that's a very, very encouraging sign, women coaches. So that shows that there is a huge demand for women's cricket and women coaches to come up.
சார், இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட்ல வேற ஏதாவது மாற்றம் வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? இதுக்கு அப்புறம் பெட்டரா இருக்கணும்.
இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட் மாற்றம்னா நீங்கள் நம்ம ஜெயிச்சுட்டே இருக்கணும்னு தான் நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ ஜெயிக்கலைன்னா பல விதமாக சொல்கிறோம், பட் கண்டிப்பாக நம்ம ஒரு இந்தியன் ஃபேனோட மேக்கப்பே நம்ம இந்தியன் டீம் நல்லா பண்ணணும். ஏன்னா அவங்க எப்போவுமே நிறைய ப்ராமிஸ் இருக்குது இந்தியன் டீம். எங்கே போனாலும் வேர்ல்ட் கப் ஈவெண்ட்ஸில் ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணுவாங்க. அண்ட் ஆஸ்திரேலியன் கண்டிஷன்ஸ் கூட அவங்களுக்கு நல்லா சூட் ஆகும்.
Through online, you see players getting a lot of abuses through trolls and stuff. When you're with that Indian team, then obviously there are like days where you also get trolled, and even a lot of players are like trolled mercilessly for no reason. As a team, do you guys have a chat about it? Like,
well, if I'm asked, I said I don't bother. I don't know what is troll. So one day you are pole position, next day you are troll position. So क्या फर्क पड़ता है? I said today you are troll, tomorrow you'll be pole. So go and get a bloody 100, yeah, or a 50. You'll be in pole position. What difference?
One thing I would like to say exactly what he tells the players and things like that. Firstly, he doesn't read all the trolls. I do it. And he only tells them, just don't worry about exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Not to think, just think of what you're going to do the next game and how you're going to come out of what it was. Exactly what happened after 36.
See, the thing is, you go and do your job to the best of your ability. The polls will take care of itself. Then you can go for a stroll.
ஸோ இந்தியா முழுவதும் பயணம் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எந்த மாநிலத்தில் வந்து இந்த கிரிக்கெட் வந்து முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுத்து இந்த மாதிரி கிரவுண்ட்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் திறக்கிறாங்க எப்படி?
You want to know, you have gone to the whole length and breadth of India, where do they give such importance to grounds and things like that?
I think a lot of the new facilities that are coming, they are fully aware, the new stadiums that have come, of what are the needs, because before building the stadiums, they send a lot of people overseas to check how the other stadiums are. But having said that, with the amount of money coming in to the associations from television rights and the IPL, I think you want nothing short of first class, A++ facilities for budding talent in various states. There should be no compromise on that. In fact, if they're not up to it, they shouldn't be given the money.